George Russell on losing the plot with Valtteri Bottas, I looked a bit of a DK. Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen fighting for the title was the main story of the 2021 season, but the choice between Valtteri Bottas and George Russell to fill the second Mercedes seat going forward was certainly one of the main subplots. For a long time, fans were wondering whether or not the experienced Finn would be replaced by the younger, more exciting Brit. While everyone was waiting for official news on that front, all eyes were on both racers. Bottas was under even more pressure than usual to perform and prove he was worthy of keeping the seat, while Russell had to do something special in an uncompetitive Williams car to show he was the real deal. So naturally, when their fates intertwined at the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, there was a lot more attention than there would have been for most other crashes. As they collided and took each other out of the race at Imola, there was a frenzy of suggestions that they harbored ill feelings for one another. In the immediate aftermath, as is often the case, both drivers felt that the other was to blame. While the stewards ruled that neither party was more at fault than the other, both Bottas and Russell made it clear over team radios that they felt the other had been driving dangerously. Russell was the one who took it a step further, though. He pried himself out of the remains of his Williams and marched over to the similarly battered Mercedes, inside which Bottas was still sitting. Rather than checking on the Finn's well-being, he slapped his helmet and swore at him, later telling reporters that he had been asking if he was trying to kill us both. A few days later, Russell issued a statement online in which he apologized to his rival and admitted that he had reacted inappropriately. He did the same thing when questioned by the media ahead of the following race. "Emotions can run high in the heat of the moment and mine got the better of me," he said. "I apologize to Valtteri, to my team and to anyone who felt let down by my actions. That's not who I am and I expect more from myself, as I know others expect more from me." Now, in an interview with GQ, Russell has gone even further in his self-criticism. It is clear the young Brit is far from proud about abandoning his usual calm, collected and intelligent persona and allowing the anger over missing out on a decent opportunity to score points to consume him. "I made myself look a bit of a DK," he admitted. "If I look back on how I handled that, I'd probably laugh at myself and say, what were you doing? I just looked like an idiot, like I'd lost the plot. And to be honest, for a second, I probably did lose the plot." Despite that unsavory incident, of course he received the call from Toto Wolff he was hoping for and now lines up alongside Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes, while Bottas has embarked on a new chapter of his F1 career with Alfa Romeo. Much attention has now turned to whether or not those two Mercedes drivers will have any tension going forward. After all, Russell has made no secret of his desire to win the title, and Hamilton has not always enjoyed friendly partnerships with all of his past teammates. "The fact is, Lewis and I have a good relationship," he argued. "They'll twist my words slightly to blurb a headline, such as me trying to take Lewis' crown away or whatever. But I don't feel like that. I'm in F1 because I want to be world champion, that's obvious. And if I'm going to be world champion, I've got to beat everyone, Lewis included." Despite those suggestions, Mercedes chief Wolff cannot rule out the prospect of at least some tension. You can't tell a man that has been in a go-kart from the age of 6, having been sent out in the rain alone, that now you're a part of the team, you need to drive for the team, the Austrian observed. It's ingrained in them to be alone out there, to be opportunistic.